Hello and welcome everyone. It's so good to have you here with us. This is the most exciting stream every season, of course, the announcement of the winners and the awards. And we are super excited to have you here. My name is Claire LeBeau. I'm the Chief Advancement Officer at NASEF, the Network of Academic and Scholastic Esports Federations. And we are fortunate to partner with Clever Like.
And hello, I am Eric Leitner. I am the education content producer for Clever Like Studios, and we've been partnering on Farmcraft for I can't count how many seasons. I give up.
Right.
And Claire, I do know this is your favorite one because you love talking about prizes, and this is where you get to actually like connect the dots and be like, this prize goes to this team, and you don't get to just say prizes in a vacuum anymore.
I do love prizes, but I have to say I love seeing it's the effort that goes in behind it that's super exciting. And I love at this point when we get all these submissions and we go through and we check everything out and we see who's on the leaderboard, and that last few hours when we see the leaderboard update and then the same team puts in a better score and then the same team puts in a better score. So they're trying to win, which is really fun.
So what you're saying is the real prize is the agricultural learning we did along the way.
100%. You nailed it, Eric Leitner. All right. And we're fortunate today to be joined by some special guests. And we have here Ms. Divis, who has brought some of her students with her. So I'm putting your names on the screen right now, but let's go ahead and take a second and let each of you introduce yourself just with your first name and then what year you are, and if there's anything you want to throw into the mix about Farmcraft or Minecraft or how much you love this program, how much you've learned. We'll go our left to right, so you're right to left.
Okay. Yes. Hi, I'm Lila. I'm 16, and I love Farmcraft. I did it in 2024, and it was so much fun. And going to Skillshot that time was so much fun. And I wanted to come back.
Excellent. We're so glad that you're here, Lila, and I love your enthusiasm. It's fantastic. All right, and next we have.
Hi, I'm Evan. I'm 15, and I also did Farmcraft in 2024 and went to Skillshot. And this year was a lot of fun. It was certainly different. I was on a team with some different people this time, so
that's good. That's a great experience.
There seems to be some good camaraderie. So
yeah, very good. And our last student is.
I'm Zach, and I guess Farmcraft is pretty cool. Again, I also did it in 2024, and like going to Skillshot and all that was pretty fun. And I forgot what I was gonna say. Enough about me, I guess. I don't know.
That's all right. We'll circle back to it later. I feel like I should provide some context for those of you who are watching and thinking, what in the world is Skillshot anyway? So NASEF partners with Skillshot Media, which is based in Atlanta, Georgia, and they do a lot of professional esports production of events and broadcast production and streaming. And fortunately, because this team is based in Atlanta, when they received their awards in 2024, they got to go to Skillshot and see what does it look like to produce a live stream from this professional setting. And it is just eye-opening, isn't it? I mean, it's so cool. If you love streaming or you love the idea of streaming, it was a fantastic opportunity. So Ms. Divis, I want to make sure that you get an opportunity also to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your work and what you do with the students.
Well, thank you. And it's very good to be here. I appreciate the invitation. Unfortunately, my screen just froze.
We can see you just fine. So keep her going.
We can here. So yes, thank you for having us participate. 2024 was an amazing experience. We did very much enjoy the opportunities that afforded us, and we were so glad to have things kind of align again for us this year to be able to participate. These are homeschooling students, and my tutoring center mostly serves the homeschooling community. We're here in Macon, Georgia, and I'm just so glad that I found NASEF, because so often, not being connected with a traditional school system, homeschooling kids aren't always eligible for things like this. And so we're so glad that you're open to a diverse type of learner. And we use the program in 2024 and this year in a club context. I can see how it would work very well in conjunction with an actual class being part of the curriculum. But the club experience has been a really good enrichment opportunity that does complement what we do in other areas. And I think it works so well for homeschooling kids, because it's very easy to schedule. You know, they oftentimes can work together from their homes and work at any time of the day. So it's been a great thing for us. They've enjoyed the additional socialization and the teamwork that is necessary to pull it all together. So, and, you know, of course, the most important thing is learning about the agriculture. So
It's not the prizes. Oh, wait.
I thought we went
Eric
over
was
that
just
already.
teasing me. We went over that
Okay.
already. It is about learning about the agriculture. And it's just great that we can put that learning into the context of something that's fun and that's a game, because I think that's part of what makes the kids so excited to participate. So students, I'm curious, can you tell us a little bit about what you like about learning through Minecraft? Like, how is this different from other ways that you learn?
We can get prizes. I'm kidding. But it's fun to like put it in a game. You know, it's fun to like and make it competitive also.
Yeah.
It's and have like teams and stuff, and we would like hang out and play. We would like all go to this person's house and like play it, my team at least, and that was really fun. And
Yeah. How did you work on, you said that you had a different team this time than when you did Farmcraft before. How did you decide who would do what in the Farmcraft world?
Well,
I
like for my team, I guess I kind of like assigned roles, sort of. Like I was basically like, okay, we have 4 people and there's kind of like 4 locations. So I'm like, why don't we just kind of stick to one location each and like do what makes sense? So like we kind of had 3 different people in the 3 different farms, and then we had one who actually like processed the food and stuff.
and got the seeds.
Yeah, and got the seeds and all that. And so
We were on the same team, by the way.
yeah,
Them and me.
it was pretty efficient.
Gotcha.
If I could throw out a question, you know, Farmcraft, the season itself is broken into 2 components, right? We've got the preseason challenges, which are a creative build challenge, and we've got the regular season challenges, which is competitive play. So which do we prefer? Because I talk with and meet with Minecraft players all the time, and there is always like this split between those who want to play competitively, they want to play the game, they want to play hardcore mode, right? They want to stream, and those that use it because they just love the creative aspect of it and treating it like their art canvas, if you will. So for the 3 of you, which do you prefer? Are you more you know, on the side of that creative lens, or do you like the hardcore play, you know, competitive lens of it?
We didn't play the preseason challenge actually.
yeah, if I could jump in and say, we did dabble a bit with the preseason, but focused our energies mostly on the competitive regular season part. I definitely want to start a little earlier, because I see the benefits of having both. I really do. I think from my perspective as an educator, perhaps there are different types of lessons to be learned in both situations. And maybe in the just the creative build, you can slow it down and really take time and have more rich discussion about the concepts that are being presented. So
Exactly. Did you have something to add, Zach?
Oh yeah. I if you're talking about like the thing where you like build something and then make a whole video about it, like because it was a thing we did, maybe it was a year ago, I can't remember, but I don't know. I think it's kind of a tie, but I'm sort of leaning in the direction of like the building stuff or the pre something or whatever
Pre-season.
pre something you called it. Because like when I was young and like I first like started playing Minecraft, all I did was the creative mode, and yeah, I'm just kind of used to it, I guess.
Right. We do get people who come to the game that you all played this time and say, this wasn't what I expected. I thought I would be building. And so, it is definitely valuable to have both aspects. And I think, Ms. Divis, you hit it exactly on the head, that there's a rich experience in completing research and then building something to reflect your research. And then that folds into the foundation of the gameplay itself. So
Yeah.
who knows? You know what? We're not at the end of the school year yet. You could even go back and do some of those challenges now. They're build challenges. They don't have to be pre-season challenges. There can just be build challenges. So I'll make that for everybody who is watching this. I know sometimes people come to us a little bit late in the season, and so they join and they do just play the game. Go back and do some of those build challenges. And I think they'll make a lot of sense even if you started with the game instead of finishing with the game. Looks like Lila is maybe on board for that, because I saw some definite thumbs up over there.
That sounds good. I'm glad for that, for planting that thought. That may be something that we will consider, just continuing the club beyond, and trying to circle back and work some of those things in.
No, I just love Farmcraft. What did I even do last year with no Farmcraft?
I love it.
Well, it's wonderful. It's just the farm comes to us. We don't have to necessarily have the, field trip experience, although that is wonderful too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's taking a tool that they love already, and it just seems like such a natural fit, to be able to teach through the Minecraft world. So.
Right. Excellent. So I know that you all have class to get to and things to do. So one last question before you sign up for this stream, and I'll just ask each of the students. So we said, yes, there are prizes, but this is about learning about agriculture. So I'm wondering, tell me something that you did while you were playing Farmcraft that you thought, oh, this is what a farmer does actually, or something about agriculture you learned.
Not really like something specifically a farmer does, but like how you have to how it's like impossible to finish the game if you only focus on food, how you or only focus on one thing. Like you have to you have to like feed and clothe and get wood for the entire community. To you have to farm all of those things to have a community,
That was exactly the desired takeaway for the season. So well done. That's perfect. Anything to add, Evan? What did you learn through playing Farmcraft?
Well, I learned maybe some people couldn't necessarily have all of the resources in one place, because all the different farms seem to be in different locations almost. So people might not be able to have all of that.
Got it. Excellent. Very good. Zach, pressure's on. Anything different that you learned from these two, or was it similar?
The main thing I learned is that you can't do it on your own. It's just it's farms take a lot of work to maintain and stuff, and it's better to have a team of people.
That is true. We started out with a couple teams of two, and we quickly realized we needed to consolidate. So that helped us out a lot.
I was originally supposed to be on the team of two. I don't know how I would have done it if I but I don't know how I would have done it and done well. Seeing how hard it was with a team of four later on, looking back, I don't know how I would have done it with my teammate. As a team of two, I don't think we could even finish.
You are correct.
You know
And
what?
that was
Be
the
glad you
design.
weren't on the team that had to play test it, because while we did play test obviously as a team, sometimes a lot of play testing is done individually. So I definitely spent some days playing through the entire game on my own for like 2 hours to find any bugs in it, and then as soon as I was done with that play test, starting again and doing the exact same thing over and over again. So I shouldn't complain. I'm playing Minecraft for a living, so
I was just going to say, there's a career tip for you. Did you know that that is an actual job, to design games like this and then to test them? And I think, Eric, too often we gloss over that fact while we're doing this. That's a career that many, many students in this game would love to consider.
And that's another aspect of what we do at Clever Like. That's a whole branch of what
Mhm.
we do, is teaching students how to do what we do in
Right.
multiple game environments, not just Minecraft, sort of
Right.
starting with Minecraft.
Yeah, excellent. Is there anything you wanted to add, Ms. Divis, before
Oh,
you all sign
I'm
off?
going to say sign them up. I think
Yeah.
Clever Life would be ideal, an ideal fit for many reasons for a number of these kids. So
Right.
I certainly would pass that along, to look for internships or something like that. How would you get started in a career like that?
That's a really good question. And we've definitely worked with some schools and things for those pathways. So those are some conversations for the future, I think.
Absolutely, absolutely. There, I know if you go to cleverlike.com, you can click the button there to contact them, and they definitely will work with schools to do game jams or training or career pathways, education, that kind of thing. That's really a huge focus with Cleverlike. You guys as a team started making games and then recognized, oh, this training is so valuable for the students, as you said, to have the dream job that you have. And so that's been a really exciting expansion to see Clever Like Studios doing over the last several years. So
yeah, and our goal is on, like, how do we, we say it here, right? And it's more literal when we talk about Farmcraft, about how do we take the games that we love and sneak in the vegetables. But when it comes to that, we want to do the same thing for authentic career training. And our belief is it does not need to start in CTE in 10th or 11th or 12th grade. It can start in 3rd grade, because there are games that students are already passionate about. Minecraft education is in elementary schools. And there are, if we know where to look, transferable skills that take them through the technologies and the tools starting there, that can become career paths.
Oh man, I'm in 10th grade. Am I too old for this?
No, you're definitely not too old for this.
You are not too old.
If it makes you feel better, I started in my mid-30s. You're not too old.
You'll do great. Well, we thank you all so much for joining us, and wish you the best of luck. We will see you again, I'm sure, in Farmcraft. So thank you so much. And we are now going to move on and talk a little bit about season or challenge 3 in the regular season. So goodbye and thank you to the team.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
All right. What great students. I love when, we never tell them what to say, but they just reflect the information that we're hoping that they're going to say, things they learned. And
I don't think we've ever been let down. I got to say, I don't think we've ever been let down. Every time we ask that question, we're like, there's this strategy in education, in the classroom. I was in the classroom for a very long time as an educator. And there's this strategy where you come up with, like, sort of your learning goal or your learning statement. And that statement would be, what is it at the end of the day when the students go home or their parents pick them up and they say, what did you learn in school today? What is, as an educator, what is the one sentence you hope they say to their parents, right? Because 9 times out of 10, it's, oh, nothing, like,
right.
I don't know. It was some math or something. But no, like, if they can actually, like, in their own words, say back exactly what it is you were hoping to get across, right? The main focus of it, that's the win, so I don't think we've been let down yet. So that's our prize.
Right, exactly. It's so true. That's so true. All right, so we're going to do a quick review. I know this is the award stream, but we still want to do a quick review of that final challenge, which was to maximize your strategy. So Eric, do you want to just talk through this really quickly?
Yeah, so this actually goes back to something that you were asking the students and that they were talking about. And that is after they had played through those first 2 regular season challenges and they had some time to spend with the game, how did they finally determine what their actual gameplay strategy was in order to achieve the desired outcome, the desired goal, and get their score up on the leaderboard and hope to win one of those prizes? Right. So that was their goal in this one, was to talk about that strategy. Right. We heard one strategy from the students who were just with us. That was, what if we have 4 players on our team and we have 4 locations? Like, what if we specifically have one person manage each of those locations? Right. So that's a strategy. And it's obviously a better strategy than everybody run around and figure it out. So which is what we're prone to do. Or, if you go back to older Minecraft or Farmcraft worlds, what if we drive the little Jeep thing right into the river?
Oh man, that is gonna haunt me forever, isn't it?
It's one of my favorite moments. We should put it on a blooper reel at the end of some of these, but
No,
right. So how did they assign those roles? Again, they talked about that. And, how did they determine that that was the best strategy to achieve success?
Right.
So I believe you have a response to share.
I do have a blog to share. And I just want to say, as I'm pulling this up on screen, one of the things that I have loved this season particularly is that we're getting more blog responses.
Yeah.
Because initially we didn't even accept blogs. Initially we only had videos. And then it was a teacher who said, hey, we can't all do blogs. Can you help us out here? And so that is when we started saying, yes, let's accept blogs as well. And so we've been able to share a mix of those. So what we have here is a blog from the students at the East Side Club, and they shared their strategy. Eric, I know you said there was something immediately that you noticed about this one. At the top.
There?
At the top.
Oh, yeah. This is my teacher brain kicked in, and I said, okay, where's the header? Right? There's no name on this paper.
Right.
How do I grade this paper if there's no name on this paper?
Yeah, we would.
But you know what? We wouldn't want to share all the
school
names on screen anyway. So maybe this is a good thing.
That's a good point. I was thinking it would be fun to have the school logo or something. So
yeah, that would be cool.
Extra love from us. But Eastside, fantastic job in submitting. So they did send us a screenshot, and then they said how we work together. I do love the call out quote. That really helps. So they said in challenge 3, we really learned what it means to have a plan. Each of us had our own job. Billy handled cotton and watched the money, and the rest of us covered the other farms. When someone needed help, we stopped what we were doing and went over. One time, someone was handling all 4 farms at once and called out for help. We all ran over right away. That is what a real team does. So how we work together, they said if someone needed help, they said it and we came. That's a good point too. If someone calls out and says, help me, you actually have to respond to it. You can't just hear them and then go on doing your own thing. All right. And then our strategy and what we want to do better. This is also an excellent lesson. Our biggest lesson from challenge 2 was to stop messing around and focus. In challenge 3, we tried to stay at our stations and not get distracted. We also learned that someone should always be checking on farms even after we finish with them, because sometimes we finished one thing and forgot to go back and check it. I remember, Eric, you pointing out through our streams all along the way, don't forget you need to process things. You're not just harvesting, you're processing also. So
and that processing, if you're not on top of that, that's where the time gets away from you, because you're going to be stuck there at the end, having done all the work and having grown all the crops and just having to wait for the processing plants to do their thing. So,
right, yeah. Exactly. So they said next time we want to set clear goals at each farm and make sure everyone is locked in on their job. Having 4 people is a big advantage, but only if everyone is doing their part. And that's really true with all teamwork, isn't it? If you have a team of 4 and you're getting the work of 2.5, then it's not as if you had a team of 4. So making sure everybody is participating is really important. And so what roles were assigned? Billy managed cotton and money. The rest of us covered other farms, and we rotated to help when someone got stuck or overwhelmed. And then how did you make sure your strategy was the best road to victory? We learned from our mistakes in challenge 2. I believe this is called iteration, right? You try something, you make a mistake, and then you respond and you fix it and you get better the next time.
I know a certain gentleman named Steve Isaacs who would be very thrilled that you mentioned iteration, and he'd be right. Because in this case, that's exactly it, right? You know what? I've got I keep holding up all my you may have noticed the Star Wars stuff around me. I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I'll go with the Yoda quote on this one. And the greatest teacher failure is. So there's my quote for y'all, since May the 4th is approaching.
Right.
And like we learn a lot through success, but we learn so much more through failure, especially if we're willing to pick ourselves up and try it again, because we know what not to do.
Right, exactly. So true. And then I think they really, this is a great point for students to make. I'm really proud of them for owning up to this. Like, it's important to stay focused on the job instead of messing around. I mean, face it, you're at school playing Minecraft. Hello, there's a lot of temptation to just mess around. But having 4 people is great, but only if everyone has a job and sticks to it. So communication and staying focused made our team way stronger. So thank you so much for sharing that about your process. I think those are valuable tips for every aspect of life, for sure. So that was our challenge 3, which brings us now to the
Is it time?
It is time for prizes and announcements of winners.
It's time.
So, quick recap, and we'll count down from 3 to 1, but we did have a random draw. And then we also have first, second, and third place, both in junior and senior divisions. And I'll just give a little tiny spoiler. One of the things that I love is the global representation in this program. And this happened this season as much as every other, which is fantastic. So Eric, are we ready to take
I think we're ready.
We are ready.
Normally I have some company with me on stage, but I'm all alone today. Here I am, all alone.
Eric
That's
is
okay.
alone and handing out prizes.
We're still ready. I've automated some things to make life easier on stage, since I'm, this is me streaming all by myself.
Right. Excellent. Well, I cannot think of a better person to take the stage and hand out these awards. So,
well, I think the first ones are up to you. See, look how excited I was. I was jumping on the lectern here.
Excellent. Oh my goodness. All right, we just were talking about we have to stay focused.
Okay, we're focused.
Here we go. All right, focus. All right, here we go. We're going to give away the raffle prizes first, right?
All right.
All right. So raffle again was everyone who participated and then submitted a score to the leaderboard that was not one of the top 3 places in junior or senior category. They qualified for the raffle, and each of these teams will get a $50 US value award. And those prizes are going to.
Hold on, I've got it here.
He's got it here. Oh, I love it. Congratulations. So our raffle winners are the Southside Stars, and they are from the United States. The Parktown Boys, and they are from South Africa. Rising Phoenix from Trinidad and Tobago. Cyberpunks from the United States, and the Macon Miners from the United States. So congratulations to all of you. Yay, good job. Excellent. So, it really is, all of those students who participated learned a lot about teamwork and a lot about agriculture and agricultural processes in the process. So I'm really glad to make those awards, and we do kind of joke about the prizes all the time, but as we said earlier, it is really valuable just to participate and to be learning these things. So with that said, we're going to move on to the junior division. And in the junior division, again, we have 3 winners. And Eric, whenever you are ready, we can unveil who those winners are.
All right, I've got my levers ready. The only thing is, again, I'm doing this all by myself, so the camera controls make it a little weird sometimes to find the lever. But we'll start with 3rd place in the junior division. So in 3rd place in our junior division, this team is from the United States. And the 3rd place junior division winner is, I'll hit the switch, White Cascades from the United States.
All right, let's go.
All right, so we'll move on to our 2nd place winner, same category, so junior division. By the way, how much does that 3rd place team get?
Oh, 3rd place team gets a $100 prize.
Okay, so now we're moving on to our second place team. We're moving up a little bit.
Yes.
Another team from the United States. Don't worry, they're not all from the United States.
Yes.
There they go. There you go. Little hint. But second place from the United States is the Freaky Farmers in second place in the junior division.
Ooh, let's go, freaky farmers. I
Freaky
love it.
Farmers.
And that
not
team
the
will-
weirdest winning team name. We'll get to that one. Don't worry.
No.
There's one that I'm like, all right, I guess I got to say that one. It's coming
You have
soon.
to say it.
So how much does the Freaky Farmers
Freaky
take home?
Farmers are getting a $200 US prize.
Excellent. And then finally, our first place with our best score in the junior division, not from the United States, I might add, but from Bangladesh. Team Rick Atlantis. Or is it RIC Atlantis? I actually don't know.
I'm not positive, but yes, we're really proud of all of these teams. Excellent job in participating, in learning, in being teams, and collaborating in order to get those highest scores. And as I said, we could see the last day they would submit, and then they would submit again a little bit better, and then submit again a little bit better. So it's fun to see, because as they went through this, you know, what they were learning is how do you farm better? How do you be more productive? How do you work more closely as a team? So it wasn't just that their score was going up, it was the education that was happening behind it.
Oh, for sure. And, you know, it was great to see, like, you know, and I'm curious, you know, we didn't share all the entries we got from that third challenge, but like, you know, how that affected their strategy, like, right? So when they made their video, did they do their video or their submission before or after those additional iterations and say, no, wait, like maybe they already made their video, but now they got a new strategy?
Oh, excellent point. Excellent point. Or did they apply their own lesson and say, wait a second, we said we were going to focus more. Let's go back and focus and see how we can do. All right. So now we are moving on to the senior category.
We are moving on to the senior category.
Senior category. And go ahead, Eric. I know you have this all set up.
I do. And we're going to start again with third place and we'll work our way up. So in third place, and I'll make sure I'm going to find my lever here. I'm gonna find, there it is. I'm going to find my lever. And in third place, from Bolivia is team, and I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, Cochabamba.
Cochabamba. I love it. Congratulations. Excellent. And Team Cochabamba, I'd love to say that. Team Cochabamba is winning a $100 prize, same as in the junior division.
Yes. So this next one, second place in the senior division. Yes, they're going to win a prize, but they get another prize. I don't know if you know this. This is important. Their other prize is that they have made me obligated to say the name of their team on the air. That's the prize. Because in second place in the senior division is Team Bingelschwangel.
Team Bingelschwangel. You know, I have to say, I love the creativity of some of these teams. It's fantastic. So congratulations to team. That's fun to say also. I mean, in this category so far, we have Team Cochabamba and Team Bingelschwangel. So I don't know.
Although I did learn in my looking up and, you know, checking things and making sure, because as I judge things, I want to verify everything, is that Cochabamba is a city in Bolivia, I believe. So, and again, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but maybe it's Coca and Bamba, but yeah.
I think you're right. Well, congratulations to both of you. Yes, congratulations to both of you. And so the second place team from the United States, they will win the $200 prize.
And the prize of us saying Bingelschwangel.
And the prize of us saying their team name many, many times live. It's incredible. All right. And now for the first place winner of the senior category.
First place winner in the senior category. Also from Bangladesh.
Yes.
Team Rick Solaris, or RIC Solaris, which means we've got first place across the board, junior and senior division from the same program, Rick Atlantis and Rick Solaris.
Yes, congratulations. That's amazing. We've seen strong showings from teams from Bangladesh for several years. They definitely are very focused in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they've done some great video entries and things like that as well. I think we've shared a few.
Yes, absolutely, we have. So that is the prize announcement for us today. So wonderful to have all of you participate in Farmcraft. I can't believe we're drawing this Farmcraft Land Demand to a close. It's been a wonderful season. We've really appreciated the student guests and the educators who have joined us. And as always, Eric, I just want to say from the bottom of our hearts at NASEF, we are so grateful to work with you and the team at Cleverlike that backs you up in designing the world and everything that you all do. It really is a wonderful partnership. And we know that literally thousands and thousands of students have learned more about agriculture by playing Farmcraft. That's fantastic.
And we're gonna do everything to keep it going, right? Like we've got more. There's always more.
There are new ideas. We heard new things this year that we thought, oh, maybe
even if you've played all of these, trust me, you don't know. I don't know everything about farming. We're not even close, right? We've scratched the surface. We could do this for decades. And the great thing about doing it for decades is there would be new technologies we didn't even think of yet to put in the game.
Right. Exactly. That's true. That's true. It's always unfolding.
Some of these student players will grow up and have implemented new exciting farming technologies and practices that we didn't even think of.
All right.
And then they'll have to go in the game.
When you do that, we want you to reach out to us and say,
please.
You know what? I pursued agriculture because of Farmcraft. Wow. That would be so cool. I've had some students tell me that's my major now, and it wasn't planning to be my college major, but it is now because I've been playing Farmcraft.
If that happens, if any of you who've participated in Farmcraft get a career in agriculture, and you reach out to us, I will personally make you a t-shirt that says, I participated in Farmcraft and all I got was this and a career in agriculture.
Right, exactly. Well, again, thank you all so much for joining us. As always, we're going to sign off with the video of this world that is now very, very familiar to many of you. But thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time around.
Have a great one and look forward to the next one.